Hello everybody, welcome back to Bull Bear Trader. So today I'm gonna do a quick review on the US stock market, indices and ETF. First I'm gonna start with S&P 500. So S&P 500 is still at overbought, right? And now it went back, broke above, breakout, make a new time high. So I expect it to come back and hit, return back to the trend line and also test the previous high at 61.40. So that is what I'm predicting it's gonna do. And then it might bounce or it will continue to go back and test this 6,000, right? So we have 6,000 and 61 40 46. Okay, so those are the level. Or it might come down and then bounce again and make new time high. So if we switch to weekly, so what I'm seeing is it's still very overbought. There's still a gap right here, and then there's another gap on the daily. But 57 is the gap which it will fill. We don't know when, but it will. But you can see 6,000 is one of the main support here. So most likely it will come back and test it. And next will be SPY. SPY so right now is right at the support resistance line. So most likely it'll come back and test 612. So that is my prediction, right? It has been running so hot for so long already. We're gonna see a pullback. It might run more, but it doesn't have a lot of room to run. Let me see, for about 3 months straight already. And if I draw the support of the low, so we also see is we'll hit about 608, 607, and then we will get a bounce. But when S&P 500 hits 6,000, it should be around 604 or 603. All right, so now let's see. NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, I say they might the pull back here to the blue line and then bounce a little bit and then pull back down. But as you can see, with a lot of tariff headline and which lifted the stock, it just pulled back a little bit and then bounce again. So for now, it will come back. We look to it for come back to test 22,000. And then next we'll be closing the gap right here at 21,850. 21,850. Okay. And then it might bounce up and then come down. So as you can see, even though I'm guessing based on the chart and what I'm seeing, but the market can go higher or lower longer than anybody else can predict or stay solvent. And that is one of the saying that we need to keep in mind. Everything here is still a guess, right? And if I okay, so if I do a draw a line from low to low here, right? We can see it's right at this bottom of this candle, but most likely we're gonna close this gap here first, right? So we're gonna go through and then hit it and then bounce and then come back down. For QQQ, so again it came down from here, went down, come up to the resistance, pull back down, and then bounce again, make new time high. So I also let me see, most likely we're gonna see it close the gap here and then bounce a little bit and then come down to 511. And then 490 is the other gap. That's a lower. So it's still here, and 444 is still another target that it might hit later. We don't know as of now. So here, the orange. Okay, so that is QQQ. For Dow Jones did a little bit better, right? But it has not yet made a new time high. So I think if we have another bounce, it will come back up, test it, and then come down. Yeah, like that. But as of now, for the short term, Dow Jones is not doing well compared to S&P 500 and Nasdaq. All right, for IWM Russell 2000 ETF, same as Dow Jones, it didn't do that well. It basically came off the low, but did not even come back to the previous high to test it yet. And right now, for the channel, it went up already and came back down today to test the support. We might see a bounce, but not much, and then we're gonna have headed lower. And I'm thinking this time it's gonna be down to 214 when it pull back. And right now is a little bit overbought. All right, next would be oil. All right, so oil, what I'm seeing is right now is as oversold, not as oversold as last week or the week before, but it's still oversold. And right now it's trying to break above this green line right here. Well, you can see I got too many lines right now. But all the lines are important because they are the level that oil gonna go to. If let me take this out. Let me clear up a little bit. But I think that's it for now. So oil might come back, pull back a little bit. But it will try to break out of the green line resistance and go to 72. If we have any Middle East activity, we will see 72 pretty quickly due to the oversold condition. But for now, this has been still going off the support for the current trend, and most likely we might see 72 within a week or two. Okay, for gold, I say it was from around here. Let's say gonna bounce off this orange line a little bit, come back down, test 32.85. So it did right here. Okay, come up and test the orange line, and then pull back down to 3200. So right now, if we look, it did this part, right? It didn't do this part, but it did this part. Come up, so it did this part and this part. Now we might see go a little bit lower from here, now to 3200. But if we have any activity with the Middle East and more tariff issue, it might come up and test 3500 again. But for now, it's looked like a pullback has more chance. Alright, so next we got the dollar. So I thought we got a inverse head and shoulder, right? And gonna come up, but guess what? It didn't. But it's as interesting as we can see, it actually got a different head and shoulder. So we got here basically 1, 2, and then we got like, this is like the bigger shoulder. So there's still a chance of breaking up to 99. And then after that, go to 104. So, you know, right now, if you switch to the weekly, it is oversold. And you can see it tried to break out of this orange line. So hence, this is the head and shoulder, right? So now, we just have to wait to see how it is. Things might get crazy and change the last minute. But what we do is to look over the charts and identify is target, where they're gonna go, and predicting the next move. Just don't be offside, right? You rather be safe than sorry. Like for me, it was from here I bought and I saw around this area. I did not even imagine it went all the way up this. So I actually missed this whole move from 57 to 6,200. But I capture from 48 to 5,700. And I'm okay with that, right? I'll just wait for a pullback and then buy it again. Remember, you know, it's better for you to do dollar cost average and then just, you know, call it a day. Make it easy for you and for your mental health. You don't have to check the market every day, all the time. So that's my overview of US market. And I think tomorrow I'm going to go over the Chinese market. And then the next day I will go over the earning, which the Wednesday I will go over the earning of Delta, Levi, WD-40, and maybe 3 other popular stocks. So thanks for watching. Please hit a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.